Okay, hello everyone. Let's play some Chess960 once more. Well, I'm gonna start with c4 this time. Well, d4 was a move too to consider. And the last time I faced against Dav 5000 I lost. We shall see what happens this time. Straight away eyeing on this pawn. I think the best way to protect it is to playing b3 and so that my bishop can be developed to b2. That move, well, it's an interesting one. I think I'm gonna play knight c3. Cover d5 so that my opponent can't easily play d5 himself. If I had looked at the starting position a bit more, I probably would have noticed that I don't actually want to castle short, but I guess now I should, considering I'm opened up the queen side so much. I probably should play e4 in order to stop the idea of d5 once more. Play my knight here, maybe play f3 or something in order to get the queen out of the way, and then castle short. That probably is a plan I should go for. Or perhaps get the queen play via f1 to queen e2, or possibly to d3. Knight here doesn't actually threaten anything just yet. I wonder, should I play knight to a3? So that my opponent can't develop the bishop there. I think I'm gonna play this. Sure, there's nothing all that much wrong with it, I don't think. Okay, knight there. Well, g3 would be a bad mistake. I almost did it. It's a bit difficult to get the queen into play. Should I do this or just move the bishop? If I move bishop here, then knight to f4. I guess I'm gonna do this. Not the queen can go into play even this way. Probably should have played f3 or something. This was a bit waste of time, maybe. And actually, I should probably, if knight to f4, I should consider playing knight to c2 in order to get this annoying knight out of there. Well, actually play against both knights. After taking here, pawn takes, knight here, threatening both guys, and then I can maybe start developing things again. Okay, that move. Interesting. I should probably play d3. And keep this pawn formation, I mean pawns here and here. I think next time I'm gonna take on d4, and pawn takes, I then play my other knight to e2 and try to get this knight out of play. Well, actually I can't because the... No, I can because the bishop covers d3. Yeah, sure. Alright. I have to be a little bit careful with my time, and of course if I take here now, this guy takes, I go here. I think my opponent wants pawn on e4. So that's another thing I want to do. Maybe I play bishop here and then actually try to take the knight that way. Guess I'm gonna do that. No time to waste. Time is of the essence. Alright. Basically just need to somehow get rid of these pesky knights, and okay. That way I'm actually not that worried about that. And if now, let's say b6, threatening the bishop, no, I can't actually play that because of d4. I just go back with the bishop to a3. Yep. No problem there. And that move, not that big of a deal. Knight here. And everything should be covered reasonably well. I just need to move a bit faster than my opponent in order to not lose on time. I guess I'm gonna take the knight now and play queen to e2. I might castle. Either way, actually. Not sure which one is best. Probably I will go castling short. I probably want to reroute my bishop to c1. Should I allow my opponent to take the d4 pawn? Sure, I'm gonna do this. And if pawn takes, I will take with this pawn, I think, in order to open the f-file, so that after I castle, this pawn is under some pressure. And if pawn takes now, which way I'm gonna take? I'm gonna take with the f pawn, right? Or should I take with the queen? I think I'm gonna take back with queen. Sure. I think I'm gonna do this and then castle, or, well, yeah, it's reasonable, maybe. Castle, well, whoops, castles, bishop c1. May have actually wanted to play a4 in order to stop g5 from protecting that, but then h6 perhaps, and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna go here. Then I will probably play h4. Or perhaps I'm gonna play my other bishop to d1 and try to get play that way. I'm not that sure about my position. Of course I have protected passed pawn, but still. Yeah, bishop here. Just trying to do something reasonable. Well, that move. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna do this, bishop here. Just a bit slow, but the idea is to possibly double the rooks. F3 is really never possible, really, from my opponent, or not anytime soon anyway. I think I'm gonna do this. Probably provokes g3, but okay then. g3 I take, he takes, I take here, then I play my rook to f1. That's probably the plan, and I guess my opponent has once again left the game. I mean, for the first time in this game. But it seems that they do that quite often. Anyway, yeah, I think I should do that. Then again, g3, bishop takes h5 is a thing. And only after that take on g3. I think I should be doing quite well. I think I'm gonna win at least a pawn here. It's very difficult to protect the f4 pawn. Maybe even impossible, actually. And I'm not seeing a good moves from my opponent. My opponent has left the game, but it's online. Well, actually, probably isn't, according to that. But okay, I need to wait long enough that my opponent comes either back or loses on time. Wow, h4, interesting move. Now I have to be a little bit careful, I guess. Now I don't want to play my rook to f1, since my rook here might get into trouble. Should just play maybe a4, but that's... Nah, I'm just gonna play this. Maybe play some flexible moves. But the problem is g3 is now a bit annoying. Probably should have just... And of course this h pawn takes now. So I'm in a bit problem here. Well, okay, if rook here, I take with bishop. If bishop takes, rook takes, I might survive. That's probably a good idea to do. This check probably doesn't help me all that much. So maybe I play here. In order to play rook e1, king f1 and king to e2 to safety. I think it's the plan I have to go for. Because the problem on the h file is something I have to be prepared for. Both rooks here would be very bad for me, obviously. And yeah, it's difficult to say how my opponent handles this. Wow, doesn't take. Okay then. And if I go here, then rook h7, so... Can I play b4? Probably I cannot. The thing is, can my opponent play bishop here now? I think I'm gonna go with my king. Flee a bit longer. But the king. The idea is, I guess, to play that, sure. Do this, and then play. Wow, that's actually quite bad. Perhaps. Wow, didn't go for it. I'm gonna go here now. Actually, I would like to get my king to f3 now. I think that's the best square for the thing. Bishop takes, well, bishop takes and rook takes there. I have to play that, I guess. I'm gonna go here, now here. Now I have protected all those things. It's very problematic to do anything. I guess I'm gonna go here. Try to go for the possibilities of... I'm gonna do that. It's probably a draw. I'm gonna offer a draw. No? Yes. Okay then. I don't think there's any progress to be made. I mean, my opponent can just move the bishop back and forth. I can't do much. It's very hard to do anything really. And I can't get my rook more active. I can't get my rook to attack this pawn, and even if I could, I think my opponent can play the bishop here and play back and forth here. So, okay. That's that, and I'm now gonna go for the analysis board. Okay, let's see, c4. Not the most common, but played in 59 games before this one. So okay, c4, f6. Reasonable move, and I actually, if I could play this game again, I would probably not play c4 because of that f6 move, but yeah, okay, b3, the most common and quite sensible move. I didn't want to play d3 mostly because then the bishop on b1 would be blocked, so and okay, here's the analysis for the game. 9 inaccuracies, 6 mistakes, 2 blunders. Yeah, b3 doesn't seem to be the best idea. e5, let's see, 3, now we get out of the book. So what has been played? Bishop b2 and bishop a3. Both moves, bishop b2 and bishop a3 seem like good ideas, and bishop a3 is something that I played in the game later on. I wonder if we can get back to played lines if we go further. Probably not. But yeah, okay, let's see about the evaluations more. So what? -1, and that did not, plus minus 0. Not sure what that means. Okay. Queen of 1. So I wonder, was there ever any chance for a big advantage? Well, black is quite a bit better here. Well, slightly better maybe. And wow, actually, wow, I was in huge trouble there, it seems. Not sure why I should sacrifice my bishop there. It seems crazy. I don't think this is all that reliable continuation. g3, h takes, h takes, rook f1, bishop e6, I guess. Again, bishop e f3. But wow, that's very bad move, eh? But why? I mean, e5. Why not just take the pawn? Because let's say king to d1 and the bishops are problematic. It's difficult to protect them. But I guess I'm not even actually threatening to take either bishop, because if I do, then rook h1 wins a rook. So I'm not sure what this is all about. I mean, I do agree that this is clearly better, this line, but I'm not sure that it is the best line to play. Okay, was there any other possibilities? Wow. Black was completely winning, and of course I saw that f3 would be the move to play. That, wow. So I'm very happy with the draw here, certainly. But yeah. Okay, thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye.